Another week. Not much else to say. We got a few interesting tidbits here and there, but it's mostly pretty standard week. But still, I got some stuff. It's time for This Week with Big C. So when I first shifted this week to every 2 weeks, one of the main reasons was for episodes like this one, where on a normal week, I wouldn't really have enough content to make an episode even worth uploading. And I'm glad I did, because last week I actually had some content that was pretty decent. Not so much this past week, but because there's two of them combined, it actually makes up a decent full episode. So that's part of why I did it. I know I got some flack for it, but I just want to make videos that I'm proud of and that I think people will actually find enjoyable, rather than putting out a weekly series every week that I'm just not happy with. So hopefully y'all will agree. But anyway, I'm actually here on this bench. No, it's not my not usual, but my scenic bench by my apartment complex. Is actually next to this Applebee's. I just saw this metal bench and I thought, you know what, this is kind of a nice way to do our little bumper clips. So let's head out and see what happened this past couple weeks in the recap. Hey everybody, it is Monday and I just got some pretty bad news. I know that's not exactly the note I want to start this week on, and there are some positives and negatives to this, but right now, having just heard it like a few hours ago, it's mostly negative. So if you're not aware, with Disney, when you reach certain years served milestones, you get certain benefits. One of the benefits that I've been looking forward to my entire time working at Disney is the ability to go to a service celebration. Now, a service celebration is essentially a party in the Magic Kingdom that is held for everybody who hits a service milestone in a year. So those are usually, 10 years and up, essentially. So you hit 10 years, you hit 15 years, et cetera, et cetera. It's every 5 years after you hit 10. So getting to 10 is tough, because obviously you have to work for the company for 10 years. And for some people that's really easy, but other times it's not. But once you get there, you finally get to go to this party. And I've been looking forward to it for a very long time. My 10-year anniversary was 2020. Because of that, the service celebration didn't happen in 2020. And it was disappointing, but I got it. It made sense. So I was hoping, well, maybe 2021 will be the year I finally get to go. They didn't do it in 2021. So then we get to 2022, and they did confirm that they are doing service celebrations both for 2020 and 2021 in early 2022. The 2020 service celebration was originally scheduled to be tomorrow night. Notice I said originally. That's because as of an hour ago or so, they just announced that it has been postponed until sometime later in the spring. And the reason why is because tomorrow night is supposed to have bad weather. It's supposed to be cold and it's supposed to be rainy pretty much all evening. So the logic is they don't want to give us an inferior evening. They want to make it the best possible night. So rather than attempting to put the event on in bad weather where a lot of the stuff they have planned won't happen, they'd rather postpone it further. And I get that logic, and honestly, I understand why they did it. Obviously, you want to have the best possible night, especially considering from the 2020 group's perspective, we've waited 2 additional years to finally go to our service celebration. So obviously, we want it to be a pretty fantastic night. But for it to be postponed at the last possible moment to an indefinite amount of time is kind of rough, especially because that was kind of the highlight of my week. I had the whole week planned around that. I was going to go with Shelby. We were going to have a really good night tomorrow night, and then I was going to be off Wednesday so I could recover and, reminisce about how good the night was, but that's not happening anymore. So it's one of those things where like, I'm down about it because obviously I wanted to go, but I get it. And I mean, it's not like I'm not going to get to go. It's still happening. It's just not happening anytime soon as far as we know. So it's pretty rough, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it won't be delayed too long. I'm hoping February, but it wouldn't shock me if we don't get to go till March or April, which could be a problem because, you know, a lot of people have schedules and stuff we have to keep up, and I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it turns out. I'm excited for the event still. I mean, I did finally get to look at some of the stuff for the event and it looks amazing, but now I'm going to have to wait longer, even longer. So it's depressing, but hopefully the additional wait will be made up for by us having a kind of perfect evening. So we'll see. But yeah. Doesn't fix this week. This week's kind of trashed at this point because, you know, that's not happening. So, oh well, not much I can do about that, but at least I'm still going to get to go just sometime in the future, whenever that will be. So, oh well, it is what it is. I'm trying to not be super down about it, but obviously it's kind of depressing. So, but yeah, I'm going to relax, try to not think about that, and hope for the best. Hey everybody, it is Thursday. Sorry I haven't actually filmed that much this week. Aside from my Mega Mountain Dew video and some other random stuff around, I haven't really done a lot in terms of documenting of what's going on, but also not much has been going on. I only worked 2 days this week. I am getting paid for the days I didn't work though, so that's good. But I was supposed to work today, but a friend of mine really wanted a shift, and I'm like, you know what, just take it. So I'm off today too, so I actually have a 4-day weekend, which is kind of nice. So yeah, pretty much just chilling. Tomorrow is going to be fun because Matt, Corey, and I are going to be hanging out. I think we're going back to Sickies, so we're going to try some new food. So I'll share that on here. And who knows what else we might do. So it should be a good time. Other than that, don't really have much planned for the weekend. Just kind of going with the flow, doing what we got to do. I've been trying to get as much editing and uploading as I can, so that we stay super ahead, because like I was caught up for I think 2 weeks worth of videos already, and I'm about to finish like 3 weeks from now on the BigCTV channel, BigCTV Plays channel. The main channel I got some work to do, especially because I need to edit my Epic Mountain Dew video, which is part of a new series. You're not going to want to miss that. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but we got some good content coming out. Of course, Brosmas content's coming out right now on the channel, so check all that out. But yeah, not much to report, just hanging out, relaxing, and enjoying some time away from work. Hello everybody, it is Friday, and we are back at Sickies Garage. We got some new stuff. Matt's here.
What's going on?
Corey's here. Corey, what'd you get?
6
That looks pretty good. Matt got the pizza burger, that looks really good. And I got the Monte Cristo. We're not gonna do full reviews of these, but we'll share our thoughts afterwards. These look really good, so let's dig in, boys. So I didn't film a proper review after we left Sickies, but I did want to share my thoughts, at least on my sandwich. I got the Monte Cristo, and it was really good. If you don't know what a Monte Cristo is, it's essentially a deep-fried sandwich. It's a sandwich with ham, turkey, American cheese, and then it's covered in batter, deep-fried. Usually sprinkles some powdered sugar on top, and you given some kind of like raspberry dipping sauce. It sounds bizarre, but it tastes really good. And this was a solid one. It was also a big sandwich. I actually saved almost half of it to eat later on. So that was pretty good. Everyone seemed to enjoy their sandwiches a lot. Overall, I think we all liked what we got this time better than we had at Brosmas. So that's good. But yeah, I mean, that's the nice thing about Sickies' menu is there's so many items on that menu that like we can keep picking different things and having different experiences based on that. So definitely a place we're going to try to go on a somewhat regular basis. I mean, it's a little pricey, so not all the time, but on a more regular basis. But yeah, pretty happy with everything we tried today. Hey everybody, it is Monday, and I actually had today off. Someone really wanted a shift, and I had one that I wasn't particularly attached to, so I gave it away. And it was good because it gave my feet a whole day to recover, because man, yesterday was pretty brutal on my feet. But also gave me another day to play more of my latest obsession, which is Pokemon Legends Arceus. If you haven't played that game, please do. It is fantastic. It is the most fun I've had playing a Pokemon game, or any game for that matter, in a very long time. I pretty much all day played it for like an hour or two, maybe a little bit more, then took a break and then went back to it, because every time I get off, I decide, oh, I want to try to search for something else. There's just so much to this game. It's so much fun. Even if you've fallen kind of off the Pokemon train lately, if you have a Switch, you owe it to yourself to pick up this game. So please check out Pokemon Legends Arceus. It is awesome. And I also have a whole bunch of friends I've been talking about this game with nonstop. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much today. Nothing really exciting, but played a lot of the game, relaxed, rest my feet. Can't say much better than that. And that brings us to today, which is Saturday. Not a whole lot going on. The weather has been very up and down. That's usually how it is in Florida. Obviously, a week ago from Sunday, it was one of the coldest days on record for Florida. Like, it started off the day in like the low 30s. And then it's been steadily increasing in terms of temperature. Right now, it's in like the mid 60s, which is pretty comfortable. Although it's breezy and it looks like it's gonna rain. But, you know, I'm out running some errands real quick. I still gotta do my laundry, which hopefully I can do that before or after it rains, because I don't want to deal with that while it's raining. But other than that, not a whole lot to report this weekend. I pretty much used this weekend to edit and play more Pokemon, which I completed, by the way. Last night I actually completed, as in rolled credits on Legends Arceus. I love that game. It's terrific. I'm tempted to do a series on plays where I discuss games that I've rolled credits on, called rolled credits, because I don't complete games very often. I'm very bad at that. But when I do, I feel I should talk about it. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments below. It will be on the BigCTV Plays channel, not on this one. But if you're interested in gaming content, be sure to head over there. That's where I have my Bargain Game Hunter series and other gameplay things. So check that out. But yeah, not a whole lot to report this week, honestly. It was just I worked, I did my usual thing, came home, rested, played Pokemon. That's about it. Not much to report. So, but again, that's the thing with everyday life. You're not always going to get exciting weeks. But I do have a really big video coming out a week from today that I'm sure you're going to be excited about. And I saved it to be a Sunday video because, you know, Sunday videos are kind of the more momentous ones. This one was pretty big. So I'm actually going to do a preview of that instead of one of the other videos coming out this actual week, because I think you're going to be excited for it. It's a big one. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to that. A preview of next Sunday's big video. Behold, as many Mountain Dew flavors as I could possibly acquire in our first ever episode of Taste Test Gauntlet. And that is going to do it for this episode of This Week with Big C. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. New videos on this channel are 3 days a week, unless there's a bonus video, which there might be one in the next few weeks. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. And I will see you in 2 weeks on the next episode of This Week with Big C. Bye-bye.